Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy, and thanks for joining me for a Halloween crafty venture. If you're not already a subscriber, I encourage you to please go ahead and click that subscribe button and the like button and we'll get started. Today I'm participating in a giveaway hop sponsored by the Not Too Shabby shop. This is the card I'll be making for you today, and these are the stamp sets that were provided by Jamie over at Not Too Shabby. It's the Happy Halloween and the Magical Winter. So you can see I'm making a slimline card, and I'll get back to the information about the hop in just a minute. I'm making a Halloween card, like I said. I've got some Halloween music going. I'm having a little pre-Halloween party going on over here in my craft room right now. And you can see that I'm just kind of laying down some ink. This is the start of my Halloween night sky. So I'm holding down a little circle there with my thumb, and that is one of the masks from a mask and stencil set from a Colorful Life Designs, and that circle is going to be my moon here in just a little bit. So I'm laying down the colors that I see in a cold fall Halloween night sky, and I'm just laying down the color. I'm not doing fancy ink blending. I'm not making sure that the colors blend really well. There's going to be a lot going on here. So while I work on this, I'm going to put down some clouds here in a minute with a Colorful Life Design Cloud Edger stencil. That's all the rage right now. I'll list that below. And I'll do some spatter for stars and stuff. But while I'm doing that, I want to tell you about the hop. So again, this is for Not Too Shabby. Jamie over at Not Too Shabby is our sponsor. She has provided 2 sets of stamps for all of the participants, and she is going to give away a gift certificate to her shop for 25 bucks for one winner. So this hop goes from August 25th through September 1st at 11:30 p.m. Central Time. There will be multiple stops along the way and multiple chances to win. So more information on how to enter and the next creator on the hop will be listed down in my description box, so be sure to check that out. We want to make sure that you have all the chances to win that you'd like. I think that's everything for right now. Again, all the details and stuff will be listed down below, and I will have the products that I'm using listed and linked below as well. So you see I'm trying to use that white frame. I love the frame, but it just covers up too much of my night sky. So I'm loving the way that night sky turned out. I wish I would have been a little more heavy-handed with my stenciling, because once I get my scene together, that beautiful cloud situation and the rays from the moon, they just kind of disappear into the background. But I used a little bit of black soot and some shimmer spritz to make the shadow on the moon. And I put some shimmer spritz and some water on the background to make some stars. And here I'm adding a little bit of the Brutus Monroe white aqua pigment to make some more stars. And I just love that splatter. Here I'm borrowing a technique that I learned from Tracy over at Lavinia Stamps. And she always takes just some torn scraps of paper, and she uses that to create her landscape, and I thought that was brilliant and super easy and fun, and it just kind of disappears into the background, but it creates the scene and the ambiance that you want. And so, you know, by the time I get this done, I use some scraps as a stencil and some as a mask, and it just creates this beautiful landscape in the background. And I just love it. Again, I wish I would have been more heavy-handed with this as well, but it is what it is, and I think I might just have to go back and make another one of these and let that beautiful background just shine and be the card itself, because I love it. Right there I could stop and be super happy with it. I do make the landscape go up a little bit higher, because at this point I'm still thinking I'm going to use that frame, and I even wanted to make it into a shaker card at one point, but anyway, that's where I stopped. So at this point I have all of my images stamped out that I'm going to use, and this is the only one that I color on screen. We're trying to keep our videos relatively short because there are a lot of hoppers along the way, and we don't want to bog you down. We want you to be able to participate and get the fun, but not be bogged down on any one side. So here I'm using another fun stencil from a Colorful Life Designs. This one is called Dotted Swiss, and I was going to put ink. You know, I was going to use the black soot to make my spots on her little hat, but I decided I wanted to have some dimension. So I put Nouveau glitter paste in the Black Diamonds color, and it's really cute. So she's the only one that I color on screen, and so these images that you see right here are from the Magical Winter set. And while they were originally intended for winter and for the holidays, because there's even a little Christmas tree and some baubles and things, in the set, but I decided that I'm going to use them in a different way. And really with our stamps, this is just one example on how you can use your stamps for anything. You know, it just kind of depends on maybe some creative stamping or some coloring for the purpose that you want it for. And here I'm making this cute little gnomie. I call them tomties because I'm Scandinavian in heritage, and tomty means gnome. And I'm using this little tomty as a goblin. So she's a goblin gnomie, and I love it. I think she's so cute. And I colored the other guy up as well in some Halloween colors. And you'll see once I get my scene put together that they're just kind of peeking into the little Halloween gnomies, goblins. They're watching the witchy scene going on, the witchy party. And it'll make sense when my scene comes together. But I just left this coloring in because I thought it was fun watching her come to life once all the colors were applied. And you see she's got little Christmas gift packages in her hands. Well, with some creative fussy cutting, I just cut those right out, and you never would have known that she was holding gift packages. Or you could even put something else in her hands. You know, you could leave those there, not even color them, and you know, put like little pumpkins in her hands or something, or put little ghosties there or whatever you wanted. Or you could just color them up in Halloween colors and make them fit your scene. You know, the options are, I mean, they're so vast. You know, creativity is our only limit. It truly is. Sometimes we lose that mojo, but that's why we do stuff like this. We encourage each other, and we help each other, and we give each other ideas. So that's my cute little goblin tomty. So here is my scene coming together. I've got my little cute foxy up on that stump, and I have some trees cut out. They are, so I have one set of dynamics from MFT, and those are the thicker kind of chunkier trees, and then the thinner ones with the more wispy branches, that is a die, it's like a background die from Gina Marie Designs, and I just love it. But I wanted my woodsy background not to overwhelm the scene. You see that I overwhelm the scene with all my colored images in a little bit, but I just wanted them to kind of add to the ambiance. And so here's where I take my little girl goblin gnome and I tuck her behind the tree, so she's just peeking in and she's watching all the witchy action. So I don't know if you noticed when I did the little witchy that fell into the cauldron, I put her up on an action wobbler, and I feel like that just kind of tells the story. So here's this witch up in the sky. She's on a little bit of fun foam, and so is the fox and the stump. I put them up on some fun foam as well, just mounted them to give them some dimension. And I'm using a little bit of Wink Estella just to bring this little witchy to life. And then in the end, I even add some crystal accent, not crystal accents, what are they called? Nouveau crystal glaze. And that just adds some color and some more texture and dimension. Y'all know I love that. So here I'm trying to decide, I want a little bit more like tree action, shadowy tree action over there. So I use this piece of wispy tree from the Gina Marie Design stencil. And I put it up on some fun foam as well. And you'll see I cut off all the excess pieces here in just a little bit, and I finished putting my scene together. So I want this, you see that little candy corn witch up at the top? I want him to be flying, but it looks like he gets caught in the trees. So then that becomes part of my story. He's on a flying lesson and he gets caught in the trees, and the little green witch has pushed the other witch into the cauldron, and so there's just a lot of story going on here. So here is my finished card. You can see I cut off all the excess. I have that other little gnomie peeking in from the side, and the other little foxy is over by the girl goblin gnome peeking from the trees over on the right. And so here is the finished card. I think it's adorable. It's absolutely adorable. Here's another view, and you can see a little bit more of the shine and stuff in the dimension. And these are the stamp sets again that I used from Jamie over at Not Too Shabby. And again, look for all the information down below. I want you to be able to register to win. And if you've not subscribed, please do, and give me a like. And thanks for joining me on another crafty venture. I'm Nancy, the Handy Scandy, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.